Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I'm Kelly Brothers, and I'm taking you on a little journey of past pregnancy loss and my pregnancy journey now. So if you're new, welcome, and hit subscribe and like, and don't miss anything that I post. So the last video was that we had gotten an abnormal anatomy scan at 20 weeks. We found that she had an echogenetic bowel. So doctor called for an extensive amount of lab work and also a level 2 anatomy scan, ultrasound at our fetal medicine doctor, because I do have a fetal medicine doctor in Shiloh, Illinois, which is about an hour and a half away from us, north. So we did get in to see the fetal medicine doctor, and all the extensive blood work came back. So we're going to talk about that. So we went and had blood work done, on the 5th of September. So as you can tell, it's the 15th of September. So it's been excruciating long 10 days. And we had to wait and wait and wait because our doctor's office has an in-house lab. So we have to get our labs done there. And then they send them off to be read. And so we weren't even sure if they were going to come back in time for us to get to see the fetal medicine doctor on Thursday, which my husband and I were both on vacation this week. So we really wanted to be able to get it out, get it done so that we didn't have to take off work this coming week, because now we both go back to work tomorrow. So I work from home. My husband does not, so it's not as depressing for me, but it is for my husband. So we did get to go up there and get it done. So we went up on Thursday, not knowing if all the blood work was back yet, because as of Wednesday, the 11th, it hadn't come all back yet. So I was hoping and praying that it would come back so that we didn't have to go back up there again. So went up there on the 12th. We got up there and got into a room, and there was a student ultrasound tech that was going to do my ultrasound. She was 2 weeks away from graduation, so she was actually doing like a test. So she was very thorough, very, encouraging and helpful when it came to taking pictures and making sure everything was done right. And so there was somebody else, obviously a more experienced ultrasound tech that was there, as backup and was checking things out. And then she'd come back in the room and then she'd leave and she'd come back, and she ended up finishing it. The ultrasound ended up being close to 60 minutes. It was very extensive. They looked at everything you can imagine. And so in the process of doing that, the other ultrasound tech came in and said, hey, where did you get your blood work done? Did you get this blood work done back during 16 weeks that we asked for, or 15 weeks, whenever it was? And I said, yeah, Quest Diagnostic did it. So she's like, all right, I'll get them on the phone. And then she came in and she's like, where did Quest do your other labs? And I said, yeah, they weren't all back yet. She's like, let me get a hold of Quest and let me see what I can come up with. I was like, okay. So she left again. Mind you, we had our 10-year-old with us. He had a sleep medicine doctor appointment up in St. Louis at 11 that day. So he was with us. He didn't really know what was going on, but he was an absolute angel, and he was just amazing. So he got rewarded afterwards. But anyways, we got through the ultrasound. The girl came in, said all of the blood work came back normal. Everything was good. The cystic fibrosis came back negative. The Down syndrome came back negative. Any of the viruses that he tested for were negative. So everything was normal. And so that was really good. And then her ultrasound, it also came back normal. According to the fetal medicine doctor, everything looked fine. They said that the bowel was a little bit more dominant, but when you held it up next to like the fetal bone, it was not the same color. It was not as white as the fetal bone. And so they did not consider it an echogenic bowel. Said that she looked perfect. She looked good. And I can't imagine, like, I don't know. I just didn't know how I would feel if she would have said anything else. You know, obviously we would have dealt with it and, you know, we would have figured it out. But it was, a weight was lifted off from my shoulders. You know, I was worried for a solid week, and I just prayed about it, and I, you know, thought about it, and, you know, just said, you know, whatever's supposed to happen, whatever's meant to be is meant to be, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But they said that she looked perfect. Doctor came in, the fetal medicine doctor came in and said, I looked over everything. She looks wonderful, perfect. You don't have anything to worry about. Go enjoy the rest of your pregnancy. And it was very short and sweet from him. And I was 21 weeks on Thursday, which obviously I lost the twins at 21 weeks in 2 days. So it was already a nerve-wracking week to start. I was nervous and worried and just apprehensive about everything anyways. So to hear that news, you know, from them was really good. Just a cute little profile. Cute little profile. And she's growing. A little foot. Face, head on. Everything was good though. You know, they found everything that they needed to find. It's basically a thorough anatomy scan, and so it was very thorough. And so huge weight was lifted. I'm now 21 weeks and 3 days. I'll be 22 weeks on Thursday. Thursday, we do go back to our regular doctor. I do have another cervix length check. I will also get my shot of 17P, which is a progesterone shot, which my husband did this past Thursday. He did a good job. And then we'll also just have a regular checkup. So I'll go 22 weeks, I'll go again at 24, but then at 24 weeks, they'll stop checking the cervix after 24 weeks, because after 24 weeks, they can't put a cerclage in, which basically is sewing you up to keep baby in longer, and in case you do have a problem with your cervix. So they can do that up to week 24. So they're checking every 2 weeks until week 24, and then they're gonna stop that. And I have to have these shots until week 36. So still trucking along with those. It's been intense. I had a sinus infection, even on the last video, that I posted. I was still ridiculous from that. I still have a lot of like congestion and pressure and stuff, which I think is a lot to do with being pregnant too. I just have so much drainage. It's just unreal. You know, pretty much all the kids have been on antibiotics from sinus infections. So it's been crazy the last 2 weeks. But I'm happy that is done for now. I'm hoping that when we go in on Thursday, our doctor has good things to say as well. So until then, we're just trucking along. My husband, we were on vacation this past week, so my husband did paint the nursery. My dad sent me the crib we had picked out, So those are up. I will be posting a video of her room once we start to get that to come together. I do plan on having the boys in some videos. I wanted to, obviously put myself out there and let you get to know me and my personality and my story before I brought my kids in. But they, my two older boys are homeschooled. My 3-year-old is home too. So definitely need to see them, their joys. So I just wanted to get through this past week and a half. And if anybody is going through that, where they get an abnormal anatomy scan and they have to do the blood work, and I mean, I suggest doing it, but to each his own. If you don't want to do the blood work, you're your own best advocate, and only you know how you feel. For me personally, I would not have been able to go on with my pregnancy. I'm a very anxious person anyways, and so there was just no way that I was going to be able to continue healthy wise, mentally, to be able to not have that done. So I suggest doing it. If that's something that they need you to do the steps that they tell you to do, and then go from there. If you have to see a fetal medicine doctor, you can be in no better hands than a fetal medicine doctor. They're there to help you. They're there to help you better understand what's going on. But then, you always have your regular OB to fall back on too if you have additional questions. At least that's how it is in my case, and I'm hoping that it is in your guys' case too. But just know you're not alone, and that it is a very scary thing, and it's very, very overwhelming. And I would like to say, like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be good. If you worry, you worry. Obviously don't worry yourself to death, but I'm just a worrier. Anyways, but just know that you're not alone, and I hope that whatever decision you do decide to do, whether, you have to do the blood work or you have to make a decision, do what's best for you and your family, because that's the only thing that is gonna matter at the end of the day. In fact, still nobody really knows what went on with us, because honestly, most of my family doesn't watch my channel, which is fine. But my mom knew, and I just told my sister-in-law tonight, because we always have a family dinner with my brother and my sister-in-law. They come over on Sundays, and we make a family recipe of Hungarian chicken and dumplings, also known as chicken paprikash. We make that every Sunday for them. So I actually told her what was going on, because she's like, well, why did you have to go to the fetal medicine doctor? Is everything okay? And so I gave her the update now that I knew what was going on. So if you plan to share it, share it. If you need, some type of escape, like, honestly, letting you all know what was going on, and hopefully being there for somebody else that is going through it will be beneficial. So I plan on, like I said, I plan on updating you guys on Thursday, if not Thursday, Friday, about the doctor's appointment Thursday. Also, let you see a little bit of the nursery and see my kiddos. So I hope you all have a fabulous week, and I will catch you again soon. Bye, guys.